Hi, my name's Kirk Daniel. I'm here on our farm, Daniel Farm, and it's good to have y'all with us. Our family's been on this land since the 1930s, sometime around the Great Depression. My great-grandfather co-signed a man's note. The person couldn't pay for it, so my great-grandfather had to take possession of it and try to figure a way to buy it himself or pay for it himself. And so someone in our family has farmed or operated this farm ever since that time. Well, we're standing by a Stewart pecan tree. A Stewart is the variety of the pecan tree. Here's a cluster of 2 pecans on this of immature pecans, and it's early July. We've got good dark green leaves. If you've got more pecans on here, they may not fill out or get as big. So we're looking pretty good so far. We've got good color. We've got good growth here for the year. Behind me, it's about 100 acres in this cornfield. It's one of the things that's grown here on the farm. The grain that is grown here on the farm is usually we'll sell at the granary in Memphis or over here in the other county where there's a granary, and then it will be barged down the Mississippi River and more than likely exported. I'm standing here with my son Alex Daniel and nephew Tommy Flanagan. They are working, they help with the pecan harvest, and they help with the day-to-day chores whenever they can. It's pretty much every day, so it's nice to have them here. Behind me, we've got our orchard, and was planted in the 60s. Back in the 50s and 60s, the Extension Service was promoting diversification, and so pecan trees was one thing they recommended farmers do to have extra diversification in income. And these trees, in certain times of the year, we can run cows up until probably about 75 days before harvest, and then we take them off and get ready to harvest the pecans. Also here we've got a couple of machines that are pecan harvesters, and they've got a brush in the bottom of them, and they've got a fan that blows a lot of the lightweight stuff out the back, and they will do a certain amount of the separation in the harvest of the pecan crop. We've got some new ones out here. We've made some mistakes, but we've also learned a lot. Where I get my information is I talk with my local extension, and we also, Joellen, she helps me out a lot with my trees. She's really good with the spotting disease and things like that. We also go to conferences. I'm going to a conference next week in Texas to learn a little bit. So I go to field days in Mississippi. I've been to Georgia. If you're thinking about starting a pecan orchard, just be ready to make some mistakes and learn from your mistakes, and don't give up. It's a long-term proposition. These trees won't make it. They'll just start producing pecans when they're 10 years old, or maybe a little earlier than that, but they really won't produce a lot of volume. These trees are 50 or 60 years old over here behind us, and they're somewhat in peak production, but my grandfather planted them, but I'm the one enjoying them. I'm standing beside, we're bought with diversification funds from the Tennessee Department of Agriculture, which is really going to help me move forward in our pecan business. This is a pecan cleaning machine. After we harvest the pecans with a pecan harvester that's pulled behind the tractor, we put them in the back of the machine, and there might be 6 people on this table, or 7, and just as many as you can get around this table, as long as you've got enough pecans coming down through here, you can probably keep them pretty busy. But we will hand pick the bad ones out. They will come down here, and either you can hang a net sack on the end of the cleaning machine, or you can put a conveyor out here and run it up into a 1,000-pound sack, which we do quite often. We come in on this end. This is a small bar, so it'll drop the smallest pecan down into to its spot. These are 12 and 13s is what you call this size. It'll drop down a little bit bigger, kind of a medium-sized pecan. And then your larger pecans, everything bigger than that will come out the end. We're one of the few around here that actually does anything with our pecans. As far as the markets goes, for about the last 10 years, pecans have really been a big demand for pecans. And even with the high tariffs, there's still a big demand for pecans. So everybody's trying to increase production right now.
I'm attending UT Martin this fall, and I'm going to major in natural resource management.
And I'm attending UT Martin too, and I'm majoring in turfgrass management.
Family farm, I've decided to choose an agriculture major, and just having this agriculture background has really helped me choose a career path.
So the agriculture background that I have, it's really helped me decide what I want to be in the future and why I want to go to college.